Hello and welcome to Republic of Pirates. So I've already done a demo of this because I got a bit of a sneak preview of that, and the game is just being released and I've been given a sneak preview of that, so you'll see this on the day of release. But now what it means is with this version of the game you get not only access to the campaign but also free play. So the campaign is story driven, whereas free play entirely up to you. I mean, it's quite interesting in that you don't have to do the campaign to be able to then do free play, so that's quite good if you only want to do that. But what I'm getting access to here is 3 different maps. I can't pick a specific island to start off on, so you can't make it more difficult by starting on a specific island, for instance. But at least you're getting a choice of different maps. So if you're into that, yep, that option's there for you. But what we're going to be doing here is to do the actual campaign, because I got so far with that in the demo and then they just stopped. And as I say, I've got access to a preview of the game and I tried that, and well, it didn't exactly go to plan. Yeah, I mean there is a tutorial, but yeah, there was something I didn't factor in and it caught me out and it just completely stopped. It's like, that's it, you're finished with the game, we're not letting you play anymore. It's like, what? So I'm going to start all over again. You've got to be a bit more careful. So this is something I like about this game. It's something I haven't run into before. It's always sitting in the back of the game, of other games that I've played at least. And I think this is the first time this has happened to me, because it just caught me completely unaware. But anyway, let's get started. So this is our starting island. Again, you don't get a choice of what island. You got a choice of difficulties, different resources. Some gives you more captains. You can get ship strength and so on. But the default's medium, so we're just going to go with that.
Greed. It tears us all down eventually. Heck, that's what this is all about. We rob, we plunder, we kill, all for a bit more wealth and another day of freedom. But we all know the truth. There's only one way out of this pirate life. And if it's not at the end of a rope, it's usually a shot in the back from a pistol of a crewmate. The Republic of Pirates was meant to be different. But the greed got to them too. Turning on one another like that. Damn shame what they did to your old man. And now they're carving up the archipelago between the 3 of their crews. Lucky Jack Howell and the self-proclaimed Raiders of the Caribbean. Scar and his gallows men. And Matilda Barbero, leader of Los Guerreros. They had it all. Spanish gold by the galleon, and a nice slice of the Caribbean to call home. They couldn't play nice, could they? Well, if it's revenge you want, I'm with you. I owe your old man that much. We're 1 ship against 3 fleets, but they aren't expecting us. We'll make for the archipelago and set up on an isolated island before they get wind of our intentions. Revenge for your father, and the chance to build something better. This is the archipelago, all right, but it's far too dangerous to continue out in the open. Let's stick to the shallows for now.
And that does make a lot of sense, so we're going to be doing that. So we just start off with 1 little ship. I mean, what you can do is you can pick a ship and then sort of like right click and then get it to pick up debris, for instance. But as it tells you later on, you can actually just click on the debris and a ship nearby will just go pick it up, so that's quite useful. Because it may be a bit fiddly having to keep clicking on ships, for instance, so I can just get them to pick things up. I mean, it's telling me, I mean, basically you've got the tutorial here as we go. So I would pay attention to those, because there's times where I found there's certain things I learned that I would otherwise have like missed out on if I hadn't been paying attention to them. So it's pretty easy just to start off with, you know, just literally, you know, following the storyline basically. And that is the tutorial. Oopsie! Somebody wasn't paying attention to where they were going.
That was a close call. The archipelago's in chaos after the collapse of the Republic. We'd better hunker down on Galley Island for now. Come up with a plan. Let's start with a dock to house our supplies.
Sounds like a good idea. Let's do that. So, it's a typical sort of settlement game, basically. Building buildings.
If we want to take the fight to our old companions, we'll need men. There are plenty of rough and ready types looking for work, so long as we give them somewhere to stay and something to do.
That also makes sense. So there's certain buildings, I mean it shows you as you go through the tutorial what to do and so on, but there's certain buildings that you get access to in this tutorial where you don't get access to everything immediately. You're kind of like spoon-fed certain ones, and there's certain buildings you can only place them in certain locations. So at the moment there's not a great deal I can do. I mean, we can put a dock in, we can build huts, and we can create a dirt road, and that's about it basically. But you know, you've got to go through certain things to be able to get access to others. And I quite like that. There's no, as far as I can tell, there's no limit. Like with some games, it's like, oh, you can only do so many cells and that's it. No, it's a lot more flexible, which I quite like. Anyway, we are going to place some houses down. Now, I already know in advance there's a building there. It's a captain's in wreckage, so it's a THOR actually. Seems we're going to be going by there. It's not costing me anything to build roads, which is interesting. But I need to build houses apparently. It says we need 5 huts. And they've got to be connected up to the dock, hence why I'm running the roads in the first place. Those ones there, those ones there. It says 5, but there's no harm doing more. Building effects, basically there's other buildings that you've got to build, and they've all got to be within a certain range. And it shows you what the range is, so it's telling me now to build a marketplace. So that comes under amenities. So the thing is, you can see, I mean, there's, when it's touching the road, you can see how far it's going. So the ones that are close by are green. Anything that's green would be okay. Then you're getting into the amber. Anything beyond that, like just a normal dirt road, it can't reach. So I'm inclined to build it probably further back out of curiosity. So if we build that, build 4 houses, you don't get all of your resources back if you destroy things. I mean, press the Q key, as it tells you up there, and you can demolish things, but from what I recall, you don't get all of your resources back. And it's quite clever in some respects in terms of like building the roads, but in any case, let's get this market up. So if I put the market there, there's that little house in the corner there is just not quite being serviced, but that's kind of like pushing the limit, I think. So
we're low on building materials. We should sail the nearby waters and look for more debris and driftwood.
That also makes a lot of sense, because at the moment that's the only way we can get things. So I'm going to click on that. I mean, it's telling us to actually go and get that. So you've got a series of like quests to do, and you can speed the game up if you like. And if memory serves, yeah. So F1 is normal speed. No, F2. So F1's pause, F2's normal speed. F3 takes it up fast speed. F4 takes it up to extra fast. The only trouble is you can't do any grouping, because we'll get access to more and more ships over time, but I haven't found a way to group them yet. I'm not sure if that's possible. I don't know if it's built in, which I would like. I like to be able to group ships together. Just grab that and send them back to the dock. So we've got to build a decoration. It doesn't seem to do anything, I must admit. So I'm not sure what the benefit would be, if anything. And I like that it tells you there, press E to rotate a building. So if I go into...
Salvaging materials from wrecks is good and all, but we've got plenty of resources at our fingertips on the island too. We'll need a steady supply of wood for what's to come.
That also makes a lot of sense. But I just want to double check. If we go into gameplay, input... Yeah, input. So last time I checked, I couldn't see an option where it actually told you to press the E key to rotate. Yeah, so the number keys are assigned to building certain shortcuts to creating buildings, but I can't see anything in here where it mentions the E key. So I would suggest when you see these little notifications pop up, do pay attention. Otherwise you'd probably struggle and think, well, how on earth do I rotate a building? Because it only told me that once, and then as soon as I did it, that's it, I forgot. I can't find that as an option, setting. Anyway, what we need to do is then start building a woodcutter. So they've all got like efficiencies depending on where you put them. So if I put it right on the road, it's only 97% efficient. If I move it further away, we're at fully 100%. If I put it right in here, it's terrible. It's less than 50% effective. So as ever. And another thing is, right, it's not giving me access to the tactical map, but there are certain resources on each island, and that can impact your efficiency. There's only certain resources you can get from certain islands, and it might be a case of we get a bonus to getting certain resources on that island and a penalty. So these are all things you have to factor in. But anyway, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this out the way for a change. I'm not seeing any resources around there, so I think I'll just leave this up here. Should have just said 98%. So I need to connect that to the road. The only drawback is when I do that, it's clearing part of the trees, which is a bit of a pain. Now fortunately it's still saying 100%, so that's just something to bear in mind. There's times where I've built something like that, as soon as I put the road in, it's down to 98% or 99% or something. I don't know if it's that big of a deal, but if I build the actual sawmill, it's going to take these logs and turn them into timber. If I put it right next to it, which you'd think would make more sense because then there's less distance to travel. The only trouble is then it makes that building less efficient, so for that reason I'm going to put it there, out the way. But
should set a couple of the lads to moving goods from place to place. It's more efficient to dump materials at a depot so they don't have to carry them so far.
Well, that makes a lot of sense, because otherwise what they might do is go all the way down to the dock, which isn't good. I mean, that's a long distance to go. So you build these little depots. So it does make sense to put it there, or there, because it reduces the efficiency of that, so I'll put it there.
The more we provide for our workers, the happier they'll be. The happier they are, the more they'll contribute. Cutthroat pirates have needs too, you know.
Do they now? I wonder what. So let's have a look. I mean, if you click on a... Yes, I know that. If you click on a building, I mean, we're getting tons of these notifications because we're in a tutorial thing, but it's quite a bit of flexibility as to what you can do, because you can prioritize buildings, you can decide how many people work there, you can manually assign people if you want. So it's quite good in that respect. But yeah, I mean, you can just click on a building and you watch what people are getting up to. You can only zoom in so far if you want. I think it's a bit more about what the depots do. Depots, if you prefer. So at the moment they're queuing up to put resources into the actual depot there. Right, anyway, we've got to find out what people need. What are their wants? What are their needs? So click on a hut. So these are just huts. they'll want fish, they want access to a market, they want access to rope, or rather they need that kind of access. And then they've got certain wants, so they want rum and they want brothels. Okay. So, we're up to the point now where I need to provide them with fish. Apparently they need to eat. Who knew? So there's only... Yeah, I mean, this isn't the type of building where you're restricted as to exactly where you place it. But it's got to be a certain distance, you know, along the shoreline, basically.
We spotted some floating barrels not far from the coast. It might be nothing, but it could be something too.
Now that is true. That is true. There could actually be something in there. So we're going to go and have a look. But before we do that, and I do like that, the way I can like create a road and cross another one. There's a lot of other games I've played where they start complaining straight away, so it's a lot more flexible. But as it's saying there, you can select the debris to automatically collect whatever's in range. So if I just click on that, a ship that's nearby will just go and pick that up. You can also do camera rotation, as it says. It's a bit too fast, I find. But it is what it is. Right, go and click on that. Because you've got to go off there. Oh, hold on. Provide workers with fish. So they've already started collecting fish, so they're going to actually take the fish somewhere, presumably. Oh, they're taking it to the dock. Fair enough. What about that? Is that a barrel or something over there? Because they're looking for something. Getting some gold and some wood from that. Won't get anything out of that. Well, not specific to that part there. I'm looking for treasure. At the rate it's going, it's going to be the last one we actually get them to go. Nope, it's not that one either. Is it in that one? I mean, I wouldn't care. I'm getting gold, so I don't know what this treasure is.
Well, the barrels were empty, except for a bunch of letters from the British West Indies Company about claiming some island or another. Nothing that mentions treasure.
Well, that was disappointing. Well, may as well just go and collect some more barrels. Oh, hello. We've got a visitor.
Mary Connor. Here's someone you want on your side in a fight. She's a tough old gal, can hold her own in a naval battle or a tavern brawl just the same. The men all look up to her. She was once at Jack's right hand. He must have done something really stupid to piss her off. Besides knocking off your old man, that is. If we're going toe-to-toe with the former Republic, we could do with her directing our ships and not theirs.
Okie dokie. I must admit, I do like the tattoo. It's an interesting tattoo. And yeah, wouldn't want to get into an argument with those guns. Anyway.
John, is that you? Thank God I found you here. Jack double-crossed me. Well, I was trying to betray him first and he found out, so... Anyway, the fair lady's in a pretty bad state. Help us out, won't you?
Pirates double-crossing each other. Yeah. Now that does make you wonder. What are we getting into here? Who's to say she won't turn around and double-cross us anyway?
Captain,
that's what pirates do.
The men reported several ships heading directly for us. Looks like we've been discovered. Let's put the fair lady's firepower to some use.
Well, fine, but hang on a minute. We've got more important things to do. Oh, we've now got access to the tactical map. Right. Oh, so you're going to collect this. Oh, fair enough. So yeah, we now got access to the tactical map, so it gives you the chance to zoom out. And then you can just pick a place and then just press E to go straight back to that area, which is quite useful. Anyway. I'm just basically dragging the mouse so I can pick both of these ships. Shooting the duck! How dare you! Yeah. I want to shoot them, will you? So each different ship has different features, and I do quite like that you can pick the different ones. You know, when you've got a group of them selected, you can pick different ones out, so you don't have to pick the individual ship, which is quite useful. Right, we may as well get these bits and pieces, because, you know, why not? Assuming anybody's going to bother. No?
Thank you, Captain. I think the lads and I are in a capable pair of hands with you. We'll be staying a mite longer if you don't mind. How about a drink to celebrate living one more day, eh?
Slight problem, we don't actually have any. I mean, you can stay, but we don't have any. I mean, that's a... I don't know what you're going to drink right here. I mean, we've got a market, we've got some huts, timber, I mean, you know, not so sure about drink. So, interact with hut, see what else it needs in. Right, so these are, we still need to make rope, so that's a need. And then the wants include rum. So now that we've done that, we've got access to other things, so we can do a hemp plantation. So if I put that, just trying to get a rough bearing, so put that maybe there. I think I'll put that. More useful information about what these buildings do and so on. Put that there. So if I click the building, it's one of these, I mean, if you've played other settlement games, you'll be familiar with that, where you click the building and then you actually have to do all the planting yourself. So, you can either click individual cells, or you can hold the mouse key down and you can drag it out. Assuming I don't let go. So we can get up to 72 is the maximum, so that goes to there. So that gets us access to hemp. Then we get access to, once they've started growing that, then they can start turning that into rope. When it comes to the wants, they want rum. So for rum, we need a sugar plantation. Basically the same sort of thing, 72 cells. Except I keep forgetting to hold the mouse button down. 68, 72. Then a rum distillery. And let's rotate that round. What the heck? Right, there's not enough people.
Isabella Rojas. Cunning, pragmatic, seductive. Everything a good madam needs to be. She worked under Jack for a long time, but he never could see past her soft skin and appreciate the tact and charm underneath. I'm glad she gave that lecherous prick a taste of his own medicine. The brothel girls trust Isabella with their lives, and she does everything in her power to make them comfortable. I think she'll be invaluable to our cause. Just try not to fall for that alluring look in her eyes, you hear?
Okay.
Captain, I'm happy to make your acquaintance. My name is Isabella, and I have a proposition which might be of interest to you. I may need a little distraction, would you say?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a distraction. I mean, you know, they'll turn to biz, they'll wreck the place. Right, so we need more houses. There's not enough labourers to do these jobs, and it's showing up running at minus 86 labourers. There's just not enough people, so I need more houses. Let's put them. Don't see a way of dragging these out, for instance, like with a shift key, for instance. No, because if I hold down the shift key or the control key, nothing happens. So I can't like see a way to do multiple selections, which would have been useful, but it's not there. At least I can't see it. So let's get them building more houses, because we need more houses. Go that way, that way. I mean, I'm sure there's a better layout than what I'm doing. Now, the only drawback is you can't, like, move anything. You can destroy things, but you can't move them. So, if we do amenities, for instance, that's where we can get the brothel. And it's kind of an odd size, I must admit. It's a very odd size. Yeah, unfortunately that doesn't quite
The
get
bordello is
there.
open for 1 day. 1 day. And the girl is dead. I will not stand for this. You either kill the prick who did it and make an example of him, or provide protection for the rest of the girls.
Okay, that's an easy solution. So, because of that, we've now got access to a skeleton cage. This is what's going to happen to this pirate. It's been up to no good. There you go. One problem solved. So, yeah, that unfortunately doesn't quite reach there. I mean, if I put it there, I think so. I'm going to have to demolish that, aren't I? So yeah, as far as I'm aware, you don't get all the resources back. That's interesting, that. It's because that. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, I suppose you could argue that is just slightly too far away. But I think the way you'd have to do this is maybe like, you know, if you build out on this side, you'd have to put another one of these on that side. So yeah, it's just it's a bit frustrating that the huts are like 2 by 2, but these brothels are 2 by 3, for instance. So you've probably got to put quite a bit of thought into what you do for the layouts. Anywho, it says we need 172 of 200 labourers. So we need more people. Well, that's pretty easy enough to do. Build more little huts. And they can live in little huts. That's what pirates do, don't they? I thought they'd be out on the ocean waves myself, but you know. Now that is saying... What do you complain about? There's no deeper one range. Okay, so that one must only operate over a certain distance. It doesn't... it does. Yeah, so that will operate up to that point. So in which case I need another one. Let's put it there, because why not? So that one will operate up to there. So they distribute materials from depots to the next point in the chain, but they don't increase maximum storage capacity. So all they do is they just move things around. So all we've got to do now is just wait for these folks to start providing rum and what have you. So let's see. So that's going to take so long to make them. So it tells you, like, if you've got 1 to 17 workers, that's how efficient it's going to be. So you need up to 50 people for that building. That one needs 50. So I'll probably be inclined just to leave these on the automatic settings, unless you get seriously desperate and start running out of people, I suppose. Because you can't. Oh yes, you can. I think you can pause. Yeah, you can pause it if you want. So rather than destroy the building, you can pause it. Because as far as I'm aware, if you destroy something, you don't get all of the resources back.
Jack knows where I am and is coming for me. I won't run away again. Let's prepare for his arrival.
Well, you can but try. I mean, that is a good idea. You can try. I mean, let's grab those bits and pieces. So, as well as having the ships, you can also put up defensive towers. So, put one there. I'll put one there.
Lucky Jack Howell. What a cowardly shit of a man. If treachery and deceit wore skin, it would look like this prick. Never one to enter a fight with the odds stacked against him, he prefers to meddle from a safe distance. Jack doesn't look you in the eye when he pulls the trigger. He gets someone else to do it, usually a friend. Even with all the crews he's double-crossed or swindled, he's somehow avoided waking up with a dagger in his eye. That's why they call him Lucky. That luck has to run out sooner or later.
Okay. Probably later. Because that is a big ship. I'm just saying, that is a big ship. I mean, look, that ship compared to what we've got alone is too much for us to handle. I mean, that didn't go to plan.
Well, well, don't you look familiar? I'm sorry for what happened to your father. Awful accident, that. Don't let it put any silly ideas like revenge in your head. This archipelago is ours. Make any trouble, and something might just happen to you, too.
It's interesting how he sends you a warning. He just doesn't... You know, he had every opportunity to destroy the place, but for some reason he
there's no
didn't.
avoiding it. Jack knows we're here. The way I see it, we either pack up and leave, or we pick up the pieces, repair our fleet, and take the fight to the bastards that wronged us twice. What's it gonna be, Captain?
Well, I say we just give up. I mean, yeah, I think there's just no point. Oh, hold on, Tick. We can't do that. Well, in that case, change your plan. I think we're gonna try and fight back. I mean, it would be a short game, like if we just gave up, really. But right, so we need more people. Crikey, how many people do we need here? Oh, it says there 300. Right, so let's add more people. We definitely need more pirates. I mean, we're supposed to be doing acts of piracy on the open sea. We need a ship. What? A ship? Things you've got to do. Right. Now we need a captain. So that comes... Yeah, we need a captain. So it's saying we need to build a shipyard. Now, we have to build a captain. Every ship needs a captain. And you've got to recruit captains from a Captain Inn. Fortunately, as it turns out, this place, this island that we're on, happens to have a little area where you can actually build Captain's Inn. So that is, you know, that's pretty convenient if you ask me. But we don't have enough logs, or planks as it were. So it's a bit of a pain. Right, what we do need to do then is make sails. So that means we need to grow cotton. So these little buildings are all pretty much the same. I mean, I don't see an easy way to like put them together. Not when I'm doing it as the width of 4, I must admit. But anyway, right, I'll try and remember to drag this out. So that goes to... Hang on a minute. Now I'm confused. That one goes all the way up to this. That's 72. I mean, if I do 5... it's just... I think it was just a trick there of the view. It looked as though it was going to come out all the way here. It had me like thinking, what the heck's going on here? Anyway, I'm getting distracted. We need a sail maker. Ooh, got a skull and crossbones on them. That's cool. Alright, they can go there. So that's why we needed all those extra people, because this place is probably going to need a ton of more people as well. Ah, now this one, as it's actually how to explain, needs access to these types of people. So these are, so you've got your labourers and then you've got hired hands. So this place needs 50. To get access to those, you've got to upgrade the huts. So this has got all of their needs. I'll upgrade that one, for instance. And you've usually got to wait, I think, until it's full, probably. So these ones that are close to the mark are probably doing the best. So at the moment, they're limited at about 10 people. So you can get 10 labourers in there. But with these ones, when you upgrade, you can get double that potentially. But you've got all these extra needs now that need to be required, and all these extra wants. I mean, a hammock, for instance. It's got me puzzled. I mean, these have got huts, so what are they sleeping in if they want hammock? I'm just kind of curious to know. Anyway, that needs upgrading. So there you go. We've now got all of the actual hired hands we need. Now, another thing to bear in mind is you get more money. Yeah, so that one there's giving us 8. So 1 for the fish, 4 for the rum, 3 out of 3 for rope. I'm not using the brothel for some reason. Why? Why not going there for cheap thrills? Because it's too far away. That's unfortunate. So I'm going to have to build another establishment, shall we say, over here somewhere. So if we go for... Now, this is where it starts to get... Well, it'll get interesting later, shall we say. And that's where I've started to fall apart in this game, because you get a certain income, and it's showing me that we're making, you know, we've got 438 there. And 42. So... And it's costing us 305 at the minute for all of these buildings. And you've got to keep this balanced, because if you run out of money, as I did, that's the end of the game. And it's like, oh, I haven't run into that problem with a game before. It truly caught me out, and well, yeah, it's a bit embarrassing. Right, so we need another establishment. These people, they have their needs. So that one there is just about getting to there. So if we put up an establishment over, if I put it on that side maybe, it's just about getting to there. So that one there, we're getting 1 or 2 for access to a brothel. That one is 2 of 2. So it's kind of there. It's just the overlap. If I put that, say like right there, it wouldn't have quite worked. I'm kind of inclined to think it might have been better to, you know, have these further away from the actual marketplaces. Maybe that would be better served down here, for instance, because there's nobody. I mean, the marketplace just gets in the way. But there's obviously thought that needs to go into the layout. But yeah, money can go against you, so it's something to bear in mind. Especially I found I was following a tutorial, and it's like, oh, do this and do that, and it's like I did that, and then I ran out of money. So it's like, oh, oopsie, didn't see that one coming. Right, so now we've got enough planks, we can.
Any captain worth their salt will be at the captain's inn. Feel free to pick the captain you like the look of. Just remember, you can't have them all.
What? Why not? That's totally unfair. So, when we're getting started, this particular inn gives us access to up to 5 captains. I mean, they've all got certain perks once they reach certain levels. So, for instance, some they'll be better at doing their job if, for instance, they're assigned to a cog, a ketch, or a bark. Whereas some of them are better when they're attacking a certain type of vessel. And they've each got different costs. I mean, I don't know if it matters. I mean, in the early game, that makes sense to me, because all I've got access to, as you'll see, are going to be a cog or a ketch. So if we hire her, as it turns out, she was one of the cheaper ones. It's purely coincidental. Right, how are we doing on sails? I still need more sails, but seafaring shipyards, I still need about another 20. So let's speed this up until we get more planks or timber, Shiver me timbers. Oh, rats. I was going to say I'll go out and pick up any debris in the area, but I can't because I don't have a ship. It's like, yeah, chicken and egg. I need a ship to build, to get all that debris and extra planks, for instance, but then I need a, yeah, a bit embarrassing that. Right, so just going to wait. It says what we need 20. Food. I quite like that. You've got like your little red and green arrows, so you know if you're running out of things or doing well in things. Out of curiosity, what are we doing here? So they've got access to everything. And as far as I'm aware, this is the only way I can see of making money. It's through these actual workers. I mean, you can go out later on, once you've got a fleet, and start doing what pirates do. But the trouble is, you've really got to keep an eye on that balance, because it completely caught me out. It's a cost to the ships, and we'll reach a certain point, and it was just like, I'm running out of money. Oh, boom! That's it. Game over. It's like, oopsie. Right. Anyway, where are we at? 32. Right, so we shall build our shipyard. And we'll put our shipyard right there. So, my options are a bit limited at the moment. All we've got access to, I mean, I click Start Construction. So all I've got access to are a cog, and that's it. You want access to a catch, you need access to these improved sails. So when you're just starting, that's it. It takes a while before you get access to things like the bark. So yeah, that's pretty much all you can do. You can pick different names if you want. We've got choices for sail patterns, sail logos, and hull patterns. But at the moment, we've only got one. You'll find these out as you go along. It tells you what some of the things they can do. Different ships give you different things, and they've all got their own special like perk, but they've also, like when you get up to the frigate, I mean like 6,316 health for instance versus just 1,040, so yeah, we get better ships over time. Well, assuming you don't mess it up like I did. Anywho, so you pick out your ship, you pick out your design, your name and so on, and then you've got to pick your captain, who we've already hired. Click on Assign, and then we'll click on Build. So it's going to take 30 seconds to build that ship. But the thing to bear in mind is you can only have up to 5 captains. At least while we're getting started anyway. Right, so that's now built.
Jack sent a scout to keep an eye on us. Maybe the bastard knew we weren't going to take a beating and fall in line. Let's send him to the bottom of the ocean.
Now, I was planning on giving up, but, you know, didn't seem to have much choice really, so I guess we'll have to do that. So, we need to do some ship-on-ship action. So, pirate on pirate. So let's see how our quad can do against this one. Except it's deselecting my ship. Click on my ship. I'm going to attack that ship. Ship-on-ship action. So this one's got scatter shot. Makes more sense when you've got... I suppose there's a lot of ships you're up against. And it's got a cooldown on it. So now we've just got to sit and watch them take pot shots at each other. And they'll level up, incidentally. They're getting experience as we go along. So she's getting better. Once she gets to level 20, then she'll do better because she's assigned to a cog in this case. That's her speciality. So there you go. We're getting ship-on-ship action.
But seeing that scout ship fall beneath the waves damn near brought a tear to my eye. I think we've got a fighting chance of pulling this off. But we'll need hardy materials.
Now that makes sense. It does. It actually makes sense.
There's a clay deposit on Rat Island that we can use to start brick production. We'll just need to clear out the ragtag pirates that have set up there.
So ragtag pirates on ragtag pirates. I mean, they're doing better than us, so I mean, maybe we don't even qualify as being ragtag, quite frankly, but, you know. So green ones belong to us, yellow ones will assist nearby allies, and red ones will just attack us on sight. So that's something to bear in mind. To be honest, I thought anything would attack me, quite frankly, when I first had to play the game. But it turns out they don't. They're not that mean. Right, so this building's taken damage. So if I click on it, I can't do much, but if you press the Q key, there's a repair tool option, so I can get it to repair the building. The ships take damage, so you can either bring them next to the dock and click repair, or use that little repair tool. Now this is where things start to get messy again, because I need to build a tavern, it seems, but I can't build a tavern. I mean, if you go to amenities, to build a tavern you need clay, so we've got to go and take on Rat Island first, because we don't have any clay here. If I go to the tactical map, hover over the island, this one we can get logs, we can get timber, and we can get sugars, but it's got minus 100% for boar, so there's no point hunting boar here. There isn't any. If we go to Rat Island, on the other hand, we've got clay, but it's the efficiency on that kind of sucks. There's no aloe vera. I don't know why it mentions it, because there's no aloe vera here. It doesn't mention that. It's got a bonus for fish and a bonus for hemp, but these are all small little islands. Anyway, we need to go and take on some pirates, so I need more captains. So he's going, George here is going cheap, so I think I'm just going to hire him. Ooh, Arabella. She's going cheap. I think that's all I'm doing. I'm just going for cheap people at this rate. So that gives me 3 ships. I think I can get away with that for now. So different name. Can't do anything for these. Still stuck with cogs. So we'll assign George. I mean, I can pick out Arabella if I like, but I'm going to build another one anyway. But I'm limiting myself to, say, like 3 of these, because at some point I want to start getting cog, the other type that's there. Which ones are these ones? Perch, I think it is. So we'll just wait for that one to finish. Actually, that's a thought. While we're waiting, is we'll go and collect debris, because you can get wood from these, you can sometimes get gold. So I may as well put them to some use. There's nothing over there. Yeah, it's a catch as the other one, but we don't have any improved sails. So I'll get them to build another one of these. Arabella can do that one. Then I've got to remember to click build, otherwise nothing happens. There's nothing else floated into view. That's what I would have liked, if like an automated one where I can just like click one ship and say, look, just go and collect anything lying around. That would have been convenient. We are running out of sugar. Interesting. Right, so we've now got our ships. So I can basically drag over them, and I've got all 3 of them in a group, but I can't see a way to assign like a hotkey to them, so that I can always pick a group, for instance, which is a bit of a pain. Right, so there's 3 of them. Now, if I go to the tactical map, what are we up against? So I can just hover over that area, hit E, and I'll come back down. So I've got 3 ships, but we're going to be up against 3 ships plus a defensive tower, so I'm not overly enthusiastic here. But what we've got over here are some ships just minding their own business. So that's why I would have liked the hotkey for the group, because I've got to go back and select them all again. I mean, you can actually select them from the tactical map if you want, but I find it a bit too fiddly. Right, I'm going to get them to take on this thing here. So this one is... it says it's an enemy ship. I mean, if I sail up with them, because they're yellow, they don't do anything. We don't attack them, they don't attack us because they're yellow. But, you know, we don't attack them. So yeah, I think that scatter shot makes more sense if you're up against, like, a lot of enemies. Now, the reason I went for them is because of that. We've now got access to the improved sails. So although it didn't tell us about that option, it's now literally telling us now that we've actually collected some. It's interesting. Interestingly, what I found is if you've got a group of ships, the AI that you're up against seems to target your weaker ships, which is quite clever. Because I've played games where usually what happens is it's a useful tactic where, like, I've got a group of ships, I can pick out one ship and I can start the fight with that ship. In other words, I want my strongest ship to start it, and then you expect the enemy will just attack the ship that started it. But this one doesn't. It does actually pick out weaker ships, which I've found. And your ships will actually engage in a fight if they're nearby. So you can pull a ship out of the fight and deliberately put it out of the area and send the rest of your ships in. And then the idea is, oh, I'll bring the weaker ship back in, so at least I've got the firepower. But next thing I found is that, sure enough, then you get the AI notices that and then starts attacking the weak ship. So it's like, drat. So I've got to keep sending them all the way back to the dock to get repaired. So it's quite good, that I like that. Anyway, makes you rethink your tactics anyway. Right, you're the cheap, you're going cheap, and you're going cheap. Now, one thing I've noticed is I don't seem to have an option to decommission ships, which is a bit of a pain. I would have liked that. I just don't see a way to do it. You've got to get access to more of these. It's like if I want to get access to, later in the game when we start getting access to better ships, I want to like take a cap off one ship and put them on the better ship, but I can't see a way of doing that, unfortunately. And the only way I can see to decommission a ship is to literally send it up against the enemy. You lose the ship and you lose the captain, so then you've got to go and buy another captain. And it just seems a bit of a pain, that I must admit. Because as you'll find out, it costs money. I've got a balance of 0. I'm just about breaking even here. So I'm getting money by going around sinking other things and picking up debris, but you've really got to keep an eye on the balance, otherwise it'll come back and bite you in you know what's it. Right, well, what I can do is I can do a bit more upgrading. I don't specifically need these people. So in a way, as far as I can see, I'm kind of like jumping ahead of the tutorial because of the problems, or the opportunities, shall we say. That's right, so I'm back to in a positive balance. I've really got to keep an eye on that, otherwise I'm going to be in deep duty. Right, I think there's some more over here. And there's one over there. These are just cogs, so we'll go after these then. Because I'm trying to set it up so that I've got plenty of ships to be able to take on all those people. I mean, the way this tutorial is going is it's saying, oh, just go out and attack them, but there's quite a lot more ships there. So I want more. I want to give myself an edge, shall we say? So that's quite a useful one, the smoke bomb, because you can. It says like it leaves the opposition with about 3 seconds rather, where they just keep missing. So that's quite useful, that. Right, let's see if that's enough to get us... Yeah, we've got 4 there. We've got 4 there, so we've now got enough to make another catch. Okay, let's go and take them out, because they're pirates. So we want some pirate on pirate action, don't we? Go on, go on. Take a pot shot if you can. There we go. So who are you hitting? No, they're hitting that one, so that makes a change. Normally I've seen them go after the weaker one. So maybe it's not always the case. Ooh. There we go, battle materials. So we got some curios. Right, so let's go to the tactical map. So I can literally send them all the way over here. So you can move your ships around from the tactical map if you want. It's just that sometimes I found out, you know, maybe I just didn't quite click in the right place, and the next thing I know, I've ended up with ships where I didn't really want them to be. So that's why I prefer like zooming out the tactical map, maybe picking the ships and then zooming to where I want them to go, and trying to be as specific as I can as to where the ships end up. Otherwise, I've ended up in a situation where the ships, they weren't where I wanted them to be. It was like one ship ended up getting destroyed by accident, because the other 4, I think it was, were just somewhere else. It was like, okay, I didn't see that one coming. Right, so they can go and get those. So we need to take on Rat Island. So I think, have we got enough captains yet? Right, so we've maxed out. I can only build 1 more ship, but at least I can build another catch. Because I mean, these ones have got 1040. So these have got slightly better health, slightly better firepower. Now, because we picked up some curios or whatever they are, we can change the appearance, for instance. So that's what we've done with that. But that's how you get all these extras, to change their appearance, basically. Right, so that's going to get me 5 ships, and that's my limit. I cannot build any more, because I can't get any more captains. You can't have a ship without a captain. But as I said, I can't find a way to decommission a ship. I haven't seen anything in here to give me the option. If I click on a ship, it doesn't seem to give me an option to decommission it. I mean, at some point we'll be able to paint them, but that's about it. Right, balance-wise, how are we doing? Still breaking evenish. And that's what I want. As long as I've got enough money coming in, then we should be fine. Otherwise, it could get a bit embarrassing. Because the limit is 5,000. If you hit 5,000 dead, that's it, the game finishes. And I was quite well into that campaign, because I was following the tutorial. And I got so far in, and then it was like, you've run out of money. Game over. And I'm like, what? I didn't anticipate that. But there are other games that do that. Yeah, somebody, that's 4, so there's somebody out there. Yeah, so there's other games that do that. You just don't notice it as much. Right, so grab all of these. Now, why am I not selecting? Oh, right, try selecting them again. Right, let's zoom out. Let's head over here. So at the moment, I want to send them over here. So what you've got is ships that are sailing by down here all the time, and there's some, you'll see them sailing up here, and I think they just go round and round in a circle or something. Can't quite tell because you've got this fog of war going on. So as far as I'm aware, we don't get attacked by the yellow ones, even though we've attacked some of their ships. But we'll get attacked by red ones. And another thing I've noticed is I've tried luring ships out, so I've tried picking one, sending it in to lure the ships out, because I'm trying to avoid all of them, you know, all the ships plus that tower attacking me. The trouble is, as soon as my ship gets attacked, it'll pull my other ships in, and then the other thing is these ships will only come out to a certain distance anyway, so tactics are interesting, shall we say. Right, let's get this catch out. Yeah, see, my ships are already getting engaged. But I'm trying to stay out of the range of the tower. Right, so that's... I mean, I quite like this idea that we do level up. I don't think the ships themselves do, but the captains are the ones that level up. So, because that's damage, I'm going to need... I'm going to leave her out of the way for now. I don't know what you're going to do with the drunken sailor. I'm going to send these ones in instead. Right, so she's automatically now decided to join in. I'm going to see out of curiosity if it does this again, because I have had situations... There you go, see that? The tower's attacking... The tower is attacking her. It's deliberately taking on her. So there is some intelligence going on here, where it's like, I notice you've got a weaker ship. If I take your ship out, I've got a better chance of defeating you, because that's what I do. I mean, it's the most sensible thing is take them. You can focus on the bigger ones first. It's kind of up to you. But I like to focus on the weaker ones first, because it's a case of then there's less firepower against you. It might make sense to go after the big wigs first, but then it's like, well, then you've got all these little ones, and all those little damages that are hitting you still cause you problems. But anyway, that's what you've got to do to take over an island. You've got to clear out all of the defences. First, you've got to take out all of the ships if there are any, then you've got to take out all of the defences, you've got to take out all the buildings, and then you can click on them and, like this little, looks like a little house icon that we've got floating. We could build over there, we could build over there, because there's only certain places you can build a dock, but if I click on that, it gives me some information about the place, then I can lay claim to it, which caught me out before. And it's just telling you about the, have a think about what you want to build on the island before you build, because it's a case of, well, come back out to the tactical map, hover over this one. So this one's actually quite good for fish and hemp. It does have clay, but it's operating at minus 40% efficiency, and I think that might have caught me out at one point. I think I was left scratching my head thinking, why is the clay production so slow? And that was why. Anyway, seafaring. We need, or is it construct? No, it's infrastructure. So you have to lay claim to an island before you can build a dock, and the dock can only go in a certain location. And that caught me out before, because I literally just cleared an area out, and then it was a case of, well, why can't I build a dock? And it's because you've got to lay claim to the place first. So actually that's quite interesting, because I can press the Q key. Yeah, I think that's a bit easier than picking each individual ship and then moving it over close to the dock and then telling it to build. Anywho, this place has got some clay around here somewhere. I'm just not seeing it at the moment. There it is there. Yeah, so there's a clay deposit there. So if we go to there... Oh, it's not going the way I want. So yeah, it's quite useful, the road. It tries to guess where you want to go, but once you get to a certain point, it's like, oh, you want to go that way. Well, no, I want to go that way. But I do like it over other ones where they're like, oh, you can only do like 10 cells or something, and then that's it. You've run out of room. You've got to keep building and building more and more roads. So I do quite like their method of... Anyway, we need houses apparently. So it's telling us as part of the tutorial we've got to have 200 houses. So I don't think there's anything else around here. So I'm going to try and squeeze some into the edges. Let's take that one out. Because I like things in straight lines. 2, 2. Right, and then we'll get... Ah, okay, that's all right. I was just thinking, actually, I've just realised I can't build a... Right, so at least... Yeah, because all these things have to touch a road. And I thought I'd lock myself out for that place there. Right, so that's there. Now, if we go back to... here... Yeah, I'm building it about 2 out. Which is fine, so I'll do the same here. So I'll get quite a few houses in before I put the marketplace in, I think. Put one there. Move around to there. There. So we need a marketplace. That comes under amenities. So the island, the trouble is the island's just too small. I mean, that would... Yeah, just about touching that one there, so we'll put the market there. So on 51 of 200. In which case I think we're going to need more houses. The more the merrier. Ooh, just managed to squeeze one in there. That'll go there, won't it? Right, we'll put our roads in. Right, that just about gets them done. Yeah, there's nobody complaining. Oh, hold on. I mean, technically I don't need that road up here. So each of these will do up to 10. Now, the only... So if we go to do a clay quarry here, it needs... Yeah, it needs hired hands. If I put that there... Oh, I can't, I don't have the resources. So to build that, we need more timber. So what I can do, as long as they're getting their needs...
Quarry's up and running, but the production conditions on this island are poor. No wonder there was only a small crew here. The clay deposits on the nearby islands look better, but we'll have to shift a couple more wandering pirate crews if we want to set up there.
Well, that is true. That is true, as we'll find out. So, I've got that up running, but I need more planks. Now, one thing I do like about the game is that the docks are interlinked. So, the dock itself has access to all of these items which are actually being produced on the other island, so we can get access to resources between the islands, so you don't necessarily have to go out and start building like a logger on this island, for instance, to get timber for this specific place. So that's quite good. I like that. But the important thing is these quarry workers. Now, because we're already producing items on the other island, it means, yeah, it makes my life easier to actually upgrade these places now, because they're already getting access to those things. And it says we need 50. So that sorts them out. I mean, we'll end up with more because they can get up to 20. They can fit up to 20 people, but you've got to match all the other like needs and the wants. Speaking of which, I haven't. So these aren't. Yeah, so they're getting access to fish. They're getting access to rope and rum. They don't get access to a brothel though. So that's something I'm going to have to factor in. I mean, there's only so much I can do on this place anyway. It's just a small area. I mean, if I put a brothel there, put it there. Yeah, so either way I'm going to have to put in 2 of them. Just a bit of pain. I mean, I could put it here, but then it's wasted in this direction, so... Yeah, I mean, if you want, you can do a lot of thought about a layout. Something I haven't really come up with yet, but let's put that in. So at least we'll get something out of that. So that's 2 out of 2. Well, what's the balance? That's the thing that's more... So we've now got 268. So balance-wise we're doing okay, because these things cost money for the upkeep. 465 is going to building upkeep. 60 is going to the ship upkeep. And I think it was the ship upkeep that ultimately caught me out. Right, so now that we've got that, I'll put that there. Now they're going to need a depot. I need another 10 planks though. This is the trouble with pirates, because they'll be using these planks. They like to have planks so they can, you know, get people to walk the plank. So they do need a lot of planks. Just saying. Right, so let's get that in. I'll put that there, because why not? I could probably fit some more houses in. The only trouble, I'll have to be careful, because then they'll start running out of resources. Right, so that sorts that out. So we've now got enough people to start making bricks. 49 out of 50, 50 out of 50, 25 out of 25. So that's all sorted. So you can speed that up, because the next thing to do is just 2 bricks. Yeah, it doesn't take too long to make them, it seems. And that's one thing to notice, that each of these buildings is it's only got a certain amount of storage.
I have noticed the men in the bordellos getting restless. The girls satiate them for a time, but they're growing hungry. These are violent men. I fear what they might do without a suitable direction to put their tendencies towards.
Well, that is true. So we've got a choice here. We can either sink a gallows men ship, but it says you need tougher opponents. That will be up against tougher opponents, so you can go after one by Las Guerreros, but it's easy, but you get less rewards. I think since we've got a fairly big fleet, we'll go after them. So that one is a catch. Well, that's Las Guerreros. Now that's not the right type. So we've got to look for one with a skull and bones. Right, we've done that. We've sorted out the bricks. We need the skull and bones ones. Oh, I'm saying I'll go. Oh, there you go. Right, so I'll send the ships down to here. These are trade people. They're just traders, so we should be okay then. Pause the game. Right, we're going to take out these ones then. Actually, let's group them all up together. I mean, it shouldn't matter. It's just a small ship. I think it's useful there because it actually says look for the crossed bones symbol. So there we go. So now we've actually getting access to sail patterns.
Up and running. That gives us another material to create more hardy buildings. Speaking of which, the lads have been getting pissed down in huts on the beaches. So I'd say it's about time we set up some more reputable establishments.
Interesting. So, if we come over to... I'll just send these back here. I mean, why not? So we now need to start building taverns. I mean, we've got a few things to do. As I say, the clay production on this island kind of sucks. So this place is a lot better. You can get clay here, so you're not limited. I mean, this place doesn't mention clay. This place has got clay. That's 110%. So you would be tempting to go after this one, I suppose, but this one I found has a lot more ships in a concentrated area. And you could pull them out, I suppose. But then you're going to have to take on 2 defensive towers, plus that one there as well, then another one here. And I think I might try this one for a change, because before what I normally do is go after these ones, because then you can take these out in a smaller pockets, if you will. It just seems a bit easier, but I think I'll try a different strategy out of curiosity. Let's see if we can do that. So we need to do some repairs first. Is it that one? Let's head back down to here because they're saying they need a tavern. So we've got a... Now that one, basically we're not using up as many sales. And it's got nowhere to store them, which is interesting. So what you can do is you can upgrade them and then they'll be able to store more. But personally, I'm not sure there's any point. I mean, what am I going to do with another 55 cells versus 50, for instance? So I'll leave that as is for now, but what we want is a tavern. I need 5 more bricks though, which we'll have to wait for them to do them. But then we can build a tavern. Now the tavern's similar to the brothel where it's an awkward size. This one's worse though because if I put that there, for instance, I have to take out an entire block. You can't quite fit it in with the brothel, and you can't fit it in with other houses. So yeah, I'm sure there's a decent strategy for the layouts, but anywho, I think what we'll do, I'm going to go and grab my ships and I'm going to see what we can do down in this area. If I can at least pull the ships out,
Aye, Captain.
I might be able to take the towers down with whatever I've got left. I mean, we've got 5, so like 5 on 5. It might pull this one out, so then you'd be 5 on 6. Yeah, I've got the advantage of the smoke bombs and the scatter shot, I suppose.
Aye, aye.
But yeah, I can't just like say send one in and try to lure the whole lot out, because as soon as one of these ships gets engaged, it seems to pull the others in. And if I leave them too far out,
Aye, Captain.
I've then got the problem where the
Aye, Captain.
these pirates will then like run away,
Aye.
which is a bit of a pain. Right, let's try buying them a bit. Try some scatter shots. Might help. Now, whichever one is the weaker one, I'm going to take it out. Because of that, I know they'll come after it. Yeah. Yeah, like they're quite clever, I'll give them that.
Aye, aye.
Right, I'll leave this one out on the edge and I'll just get these ones to engage. I don't think that's going to make any difference, but... Oh, that's interesting, it's pulling out another ship. So that... Oh, it's not the right one. Oh, that was close. Now that one's going to get involved. And I don't know if these 3... I'll see if these 3 can handle a tower. I can blind it for a short while. I mean, all they do is they'll do 40 damage to each enemy ship. It's better than nothing, I suppose. So I should, in theory, be able to go after that one. But what I'm going to do... I'm going to leave these here, I think. I'm going to send these back to get repaired, I think. Hopefully they won't run anything. I'm keeping these notifications open because you can get open attacks where, like, independent pirates, I think it is, for instance, come after you. Oh, got quite a bit of money there. Right. So now that we've done that, hopefully they won't run into anything. Right, I want to send these back here. May as well get them repaired. Why not? Right, and then we'll send these ones back to here. And you just got to be careful as to what you're going to run into. Because that's caught me out on occasion where I've just sent some ships out. Because you look at the tactical map and it's like, it looks as though everybody's following this like line. But these ones are crossing over. And it's like, caught me out. Right, balance. We're on 264. So with these types of ships, we seem to be okay. It's when we start getting to the bigger ones. And that's why I'd say, like, you want to be careful, because later in the game, you'll start getting these bigger and better ships, and it's like, yeah, they're pretty expensive. And it's like, oopsie, I ran out of money. Alright, I'll just blind that. It's already blinded. Okay. Ooh. Oh, I quite like that. So unlike that other island, this is just, everything's concentrated in one area, whereas on that one you've got to go pick them off. I think that other one is the easier one to deal with. But it just felt like a change. So we've got clay down there, so we should be able to do the clay better. They've both got access to iron. The only trouble is I'm not seeing. This is kind of like limited. I'm not liking this area. There's not a lot I can do here. It's a very, very small island. So I can see me having to take out that other island anyway.
That's 3 islands under our control, Captain. We're making steady progress into the archipelago. Just remember that with each island we take, the more we expose ourselves to attack. We must ensure each island is well provisioned and defended.
I didn't factor that in. Right, okay. So, in that case, let's put some defense towers down before I forget. So at least there's some defense there. Right, we need to build dockyard. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be able to get access to clear there. So if we've done that... Yeah, I'm not liking this place in comparison because it's not one that's got much in the way of fudge signals you can't build there anyway. Right, okay. That's pretty straightforward. I'm going to have to run it that way. But yeah, there's not much area to build on. Which is a shame. Right, but at least I can start getting more clay, I suppose, out of this place. So put a clay mine there. And put a... Technically, yeah, I mean, that dock has got access to bricks. It's not showing access to clay, so it is possible you only get access to the finished product. Not, oh, I haven't said that. We've got access to cotton. And if you have a look at intermediary materials, there's clay. Building materials, bricks rather. Oh, there is clay. Alright, so we don't have enough clay, so that's why I wanted to see it. Okay. Right, I need to build houses anyway. These people need to be... They need to be working. We need people working. I need to put a road here, otherwise it's not going to connect up, is it? Oh no, it's right on the edge. It's on the road anyway. It's just complaining because it's not of the right type of people. Right, so we need one there, one there. So yeah, so it looks like you could just basically mine this place for clay and then get another place to actually turn that into bricks. So that's quite handy, I suppose. Alright, so we need roads, roads and more roads. Now the trouble is, yeah, it's a bit fiddly. There's only so much room I've got. I mean, we can do a bit. So I might put the actual. Yeah, that's the marketplace. If I put that there, it's kind of wasted on this side, but yeah. It's just about touching them. I mean, my concern is we'll just start running out of resources that these people need at some point. And it does start to warn you in here if you start running out of things, which is useful. May as well put some, well, let's put a brothel there, maybe. And I'll put some huts down there. Hold on. Why didn't that get built? Not enough timber. Okay. Now let's wait for more timber to get produced. Right, so these folks, they're not ready to upgrade. So they're complaining of, well, there's only 9 of. Yeah, we've got to wait until they get 10. So they've got access to all the things they want and all the things they need. But we have to wait until we've got 10 people here before we can upgrade. So it's 20. That needs 50. That'll do. Just need one more, just one more plank. We'll get around to it eventually. I mean, I suppose I could, there you go, put 3 now. I mean, you could start adding in more of them over on this side, for instance. I mean, out of curiosity, what's this place like for trees? So that one has a plus 50% wood and timber. This has got 110%. That, to me, suggests it would be a good idea to be chopping down trees here. Except they're being fussy. What about... So if I put that there... Now I'm curious, is the road going to cause a problem? No, it's not. No, that's good. So the road hasn't caused me a problem, so I can get them to do that. And now they're complaining of... What are you complaining of? Woodcutter's lodge. There's no deeper wind range. Fine. So if I put that there, except I don't have enough timber. Put that one there. So actually, why have we not got enough logs? How are we doing for... So we've got plenty of logs, so I suppose what we could do is another... We need another sawmill, don't we? I mean, there's no reason I have to put it here, but to me it just kind of makes more sense. Ooh, except that's 99% now, and the pesky rocks are in the way. Ooh, if I put that there, that leaves me... it's 3 there, 4 there. Right, how wide is that one? So that's 3, so I could fit that in there. Construction, nope, not bricks, sawmill. So there's plenty of people to do that. Insufficient amount of materials. Why? There's people going to be working here. There's got to be plenty. This one... Seriously, you're telling me you're full? Okay, well in that case, I can see an incentive to upgrade at the source. This makes sense to upgrade them. Oh, running low on room. Yeah, so I think it makes sense to upgrade the actual lodges. But whereas something like here, for instance, it's like, well, what am I going to do with all the extra sales? I don't have a sudden dire need for them. Anyhow, how much we've got? Right, we've got a big excess of sugarcane. So I could upgrade that, but what I could also do is... So that comes under once, doesn't it? So I can build another one of these distilleries. I'll plunk that down over there, for instance. Because I've got an excess of sugar, so it kind of makes sense to just throw in another distillery then. Hopefully that'll sort that problem. I mean, we've got 46 spare labourers and we've got... Well, I don't know if they're spare or... Oh, hold on. Seriously? I'm not impressed. Why are you attacking us? It's highly inconsiderate of you. So these are just independent ones. I should have paid more attention. It actually tells you like who's attacking and where they're going to go. So that's quite useful, that. So out of curiosity, can I repair this while we're in the middle of being attacked? Yes, I can. So that's quite useful, that. You don't have to wait until like combat's over. So that's all I need to do is just sit here and just keep repairing things while the enemy's attacking me. Makes life so much easier. I've got so much of an advantage over them. Let's fix that one and fix that one. Oh, it's actually in the middle being repaired. But I'll have to send somebody over here to go and pick those bits and pieces up. Right. Seen as... Yeah, seeing as we actually... Every now and again we get like items to pick up anyway. I'm going to leave a ship over here for a change. So... That needs repairing again. Right, hopefully. So we're now on 49 or 2 spare room. Right, we'll leave that ticking over, so that's sorted out. I mean, the next thing to do is to build a tavern, actually. So, now the tavern, if memory serves, needs clear. That's why we have to go and clear those islands out. Now that one, if I put that, say, there, it's not going to touch those in the bottom corner. Yeah, that's frustrating, that. I'll put it there. Well, this is the thing, I can't put it there. That to me would have been a better place to put it, but I can't. Because I've got the brothel in the way. And the brothel's there, so that the brothel can, like, service the needs, shall we say, of those are the folk. I could put it... Probably one over there and... I mean, if I do that one there... It comes all the way down to that corner. Might be tempting actually to put like one in that corner and one in that corner. It doesn't quite get to theirs though. So if you go one to that corner and then one to that corner. The only drawback is I've got to take entire areas out, which is a pain. Yeah, it doesn't fit it. It's a strange size for some strange reason. So I could put it there, which seems like a waste, but at least I don't think it makes much difference for that corner though. I'll put it there, we'll see how it goes.
There's nothing quite like a cosy tavern for carousing and gossiping, eh, Captain? And the gossip going round at the moment is that the men are sick of having nothing but fish to eat. All we'd need's a couple of rifles and a lodge, and the lads will get a start at hunting the wild boar roaming some of the islands.
That makes a lot of sense. We need to go around taking pot shots at pigs, apparently. Right, seeing as I've just destroyed a bunch of houses, I'm going to have to build some more. Grrr. Right, build them ones there and there. So that makes up for the ones we're missing, but while we're at it, I may as well just put some in here anyway. Oh, don't have enough lugs by the looks of it. Then that one. Then. Yeah, I don't know what to fit around where the tavern is, which is a pain. Right, I'll put that one there, so hopefully that'll get back in sync again. I mean, there's how many then? This is 4 of 10. So it should catch up. Right, now that they're here, I may as well grab these. That's good because you can chain them. The only drawback is I can't find a way to automate it. I can't sort of like set an option and say just, you know, this ship just go and tour the little area and play the place out. Every time you see some debris, go and get it. That would have been useful. Right, so we're now over here. Now, what are you complaining about? Capacity. Right, you're at capacity. Okay. Ah, now that makes sense because this one produces a whole lot more timber than the other island. So what I could do then... Let's get another sawmill. Ah, now. Ooh. I think the road's gonna... Yeah, it's chopping the trees down. Fudgesicles. Bye bye. That was... It was nice knowing that depot, and now it's gone. We've run the road that away. I think that's one way to squeeze extra things in. So that's still at running 100%, so that's a bit better. Except this place now wants... Looks like we've got enough. So we don't have enough hired hands. Let's upgrade that building. Ah, that's interesting, you can select multiple buildings. Or can you? Yeah, I can select multiple buildings, but I can't do anything with them. So I'm not sure what the point of that is. Right, so that's sorted. I'm getting more clay out of this place. We're not at the point where we can get iron. Back to complaining we're running low on rum again. So what's this place like for sugar? Oh wow, this place is 150% for sugar. Well, it says a lot then, doesn't it? So could I actually fit in one of these? I mean, I'm trying to see how far we can only get out to about here. Alright, tell you what, let's run a road. Because there's plenty of iron here. So we'll do okay for quarries. What if we go from here? Oh yeah, we can go to here. Right, so if I put a sugar plantation over here. Actually, I haven't said that. Let's take that out. How far can I run the road? Get the road up to there. It comes into once, doesn't it? So if we put that, say, there. That's going to get in the way. Oops. I need to drag it. Drag, drag, drag. Yeah, 72. So then I can build another. Yeah, and there's a thought. I put that on. I was going to put it on that side, but I still need the depots because I'm thinking let's get a lot more. Because this place is well suited for sugar, and there's no hard and fast rule that says go and supply the actual distillery. You know, actually distill the rum here. Right, so these need. What do you need? Ah, they won't do it because it's a new depot. Right, fine. I get it. You're fussy. There you go. So we'll produce a lot more of that. I mean, I suppose they do. I mean, I'm wondering if they're going to take it to all the way down to the actual dockyard, though. Because at the moment, all they're doing is they're just queuing this stuff up. I mean, if we go and have a look at that. So we've got 49 out of a possible 50 sugar. Yeah, so all these lot are doing is just queuing it up, but as far as I'm aware, they should be able to get access to all that on the other place over here. I mean, I'm not seeing it here. And there's rum showing up. I mean, cotton's a raw material, so I would have thought that would show up. They can get access to clay here, so I don't see why they can't do the same for the sugar. Actually, while we're here, I better build some of these. Right, let's see. So that's the storage on that's run out, so I'll upgrade it. Storage on that's run out. I'll upgrade that. So now we can store up at 20 in here. So that's just ticking by, but it's still saying we're running low on rum. And I'm curious because we've got two distilleries over here now. So there's that one there. It's not showing. It's not showing. Oh, there you go. There you go. We've got sugar. We've got plenty of sugar there. I wonder if I have to put a depot there, so that way it joins everything up, maybe. Because at the moment, if we pick that, it doesn't look as though they've got access to the dock. Unless that's just based on the distance that the depot can do. I mean, that's saying it's got access to all the way down to there, all the way up to there. So I'm just puzzled as to why it's just saying that there's just not enough. I mean, they're producing quite fast. It's maybe just not fast enough. No, I'm not really bothered about the sail makers. Huh. So maybe... I mean, out of curiosity, let's build another distillery over here then. Ah, no, insufficient materials. Tell you what. I don't think it'll make any difference, but it knows try. The reason I'm doing that is just so that I've got a complete green line all the way to the dock. Well, it is possible they were just waiting for more people or something, I don't know. It doesn't tell me like what they've got access to. You know, it's not telling me down here like this is what you need. Total capacity is 48 out of 50 for the whole storage, but sugar plantation 0. So that's just complaining that its capacity is reached. Yes, that's just to do with the field. So we're not producing enough rum. We're not producing enough anything at this rate. So we're not producing any sales because we've run out of storage. The clay quarry over here. That's run out of storage. Now that's fine. Yeah, that's fine because they can't produce anymore. So we've got a limit here. Once you hit 50, that's it. You can't produce anymore. And that one was just complaining of its own storage. And we've hit 50. Which is interesting. So 50 seems to be a flat out limit. You can't get above 50. So you've got up to 4. Ah, no, that's interesting. So you've got a limit on how many. Is that like a suggestion as to how many you should make? 3 of 2? Ah, right. Consumption versus production. So we're consuming 3 but producing enough for 2. So that's why. Ah, so we're doing okay on rope. Oh, that's useful, that. Timber, 0 of 4. What? Or of a possible... So is that suggesting you need... Well, that can't be right. It says consumption versus production. Yes, that makes sense. You're consuming more than you're producing. So why is it still complaining that there's not enough room then? Yeah, nobody needs timber at the moment. There's no like repairs within the game. Except when you like repair things. Although that will change later on. And logs, it's just because I've got a lot of these sawmills. Right, anyway, pigs. Pigs. So this place... It doesn't say there is any pigs. I mean, there's pigs on here. There's like, this gets a 120% bonus. This one doesn't have any bonus, doesn't have any penalty. This one says it's got a penalty of minus 100%, so presumably means there aren't any. So if we're going to hunt pigs, we're going to have to do it here. It would be better to probably do it on the other island. It suggests I really need to be going there and dealing with the pigs over there then. I mean, I could squeeze ease them in there. Just. The trouble is, I mean, that 99% is not the end of the world. Put that one there. So then we'll get a butcher. Oh, need more clay, more bricks rather. What about a depot? Put that there. So there's nobody producing bricks here. Because I've got them all producing them here. I mean, that's run out of clay already. Or rather, it's like it's filled with storage capacity, so that suggests I want another one. So construction, bricks, brickworks. So there's not enough helping hands. So I need more hands. If you upgrade those, hopefully that'll sort them out. Oh, not quite. 50 of 50, 25 of 50. Right, that's sorted. Right, if we come back to how's this place doing? So that's getting by. Right, so over here we're short on people we need here, so I can upgrade these. Right, that gets them sorted. Now they don't actually have a tavern, do they? Need another brick. I mean that, if memory serves, I was putting these on corners, wasn't I? In this case it doesn't make sense because there's not enough room anyway. So if I put one there, right, okay. Put some houses over here and I'll take the other side out. Yeah, it's a bit frustrating that though. The shapes of some of these buildings is getting in the way. I'll upgrade them. Hopefully that'll solve that. I'll put that. I'll do there. Well, I have a funny feeling I'm going to have to build these distilleries here. Right, I'll put 2 there. Oh wow, I need 91. Jeez Louise, that's a lot of people. Right, well, let's start adding in a lot of people. Run that up to there. Add some more on this side. Yeah, that makes sense. Put some more on this side as well. Roads in. We don't want to go that way. We go that way. That way. That way, and oh, interesting. The road ends there. Right? Okay. That's fine. I mean, as long as they've got access to a road, that's fine. Yeah, I thought. You know, I mean. Do this again. I don't know if it makes any difference, but Be interesting to see what they do, if anything. Because it says it will distribute materials from the depots to the next point in the production chain. So it has no effect on the capacity. But I'm wondering if it has an effect on the dock. But these were just doing nothing until I put these down next to them. Right, so pigs. This comes under... we need 10 clear, 10. Right, well in that case, seen as sickles. Right, tell you what. Let's get another brickwork going over here. Right, so we're gonna have to juggle things around. We need 25 people. Right, so that sorts that problem out. Still getting a warning about... Well, it's probably been a while. Consumption. So that's what puzzles me. It says I'm consuming 4 versus producing 10. Hopefully that'll solve our problem of the bricks. I mean, each island can get access to bricks from the other island, but it seems to be taking forever. Speed the game up a bit because I want to put the... I want to get the butcher built. Put them over there. Just one more brick. It's not a lot to ask, just one more brick. There we go. Because there's no repairs, as far as I'm aware, in the game. In terms of like the buildings need like repairing. There is upkeep to the buildings, but it's to do with the money. You've got to pay a certain amount of money towards their upkeep. Speaking of which, yeah, the balance is starting. I'm starting to lose money now. This is where things are going to start to get to be a problem. Because I'm running out of money. I mean, we can go out plundering the high seas. The only catch, if I do that, it doesn't really solve the underlying problem. So they won't upgrade. They won't upgrade. So they're not getting enough rope. Now we're not getting enough rope on the island. Not enough rope. So they are full. So we're doing okay for that. I mean, that is hemp production. So we've got... Have we got an excess of hemp? Or have we got... No, we don't. That's not what I wanted. So I need another hemp farm. Right, I should plunk that one down there. Oh, I need a drag. So where's that little place that makes hemp rope? The rope maker there. So they can at least hopefully get more hemp out of them. We'll see if that helps. Because it's just not enough. It just wasn't enough to run out of resources to make the rope. And all they're doing is they're just going backwards and forwards to the depot. So presumably whoever's doing the plantation will then run backwards and forwards to there, then they'll run backwards and forwards to there. So it's interesting, they don't go between the buildings themselves. You've always got this intermediary of the depot. Oh, there you go.
These new
Hearty
labourers
meat
want
and
more
drink.
than just the Caribbean sun on their skin. Fancy lads, eh? Let's divert some of the cotton production into making new clothes.
What? You want clothes as well? Are you kidding me? You actually want clothes? These are a fussy bunch, these people. Right, so I want to see how far I can extend, because we're running out of people at this rate over on this island anyway. 40 potentially there. That's 2 by, that's 2 by, that's there. So I could start adding more on this side. I'm just trying to keep some room for the plantations. Maybe I should have done the plantations in this direction in hindsight. Might have been better to go in this direction, and then it would have left me a bit more room. I mean, there's plenty of room on this island, I must admit, compared to the other ones, but it's a step in the right direction, so we're just... Yeah, we're starting to get more people short. That's a bit odd. I wonder why it would say there was like 5, and all of a sudden it's like, oh no, you need another 20. If we do... Oh, now we're running... Darn blast, I'm adding more people in. And it's a case of now you're running out of other resources. Let's put that in there. So, our tavern is not servicing them. Oh, here's the brothels there. So the brothels don't get that far. The taverns do, not the brothels. So you have to start adding brothels and taverns to multiple sides. That's interesting. So that's showing a direction all the way over to here. I wonder if that's because of that one. Curious and curiouser. So we need more food, because we're not getting enough fish now. Right, infrastructure. So these need another 23. Can't upgrade that one. Yeah, they're not upgrading because of a lack of rope. Until I get more rope, I can't upgrade these, so we're running at a bit of a loss. There's not enough people. So it does come back to bite you. It's like, oh. Right, tell you what, let's try another. Give them their own fishing places as well, just to take a bit of the pressure off. So this doesn't need anything more. But this one does because of the rope. Oh, it's going up. It's going up and it's going down. So we're still not producing enough rope. Let's head over to here. So I've got 2. Oh no, I didn't. I added more. Yeah, that's it. I added an extra hemp plantation. The assumption would be that that's enough for one actual rope maker. I'm not getting that much of a... Yeah, I mean, I can add an extra, like, rope maker, but this isn't going up that much. Balance isn't too bad. So hemp we're making... See, that's what I find puzzling, because it's saying we're doing 4 out of 2, so we're not producing enough. 2 out of a possible 4. Which suggests, well, okay, I mean, if I add in an extra rope maker. So that one's there, so I'll put that one over there. Yeah, it's all within range of the hemp. The depot, I should say. Oh, hold on, we're under attack. Oh dear. That was sneaky. Fix some things. I mean, that's good in the sense that at least it's gotten some some extra money while we're waiting. So they're just complaining that they're full. They're full. Yeah, so we're just struggling to keep up with rope. My bigger concern is the balance, I must admit. 47, so it's not too bad. So it looks like, no, it's still not doing enough. So, what happened here? I mean, we don't get a penalty for him. Now that gets a bonus for him, which suggests I should be probably building a hemp plantation on this place as well. And then we can start to maybe solve that problem of the rope. But the next thing is going to be things like clothes and what have you they want as well. Because if we go to these sort of buildings, that falls under their needs to then upgrade these houses. So yeah, it's an interesting juggling act that we've got to do, but because what I've been finding is just following the tutorial blindly can lead you down a rabbit hole, particularly in terms of like losing money. Not having enough like people doing things means it's inefficient, but if you start losing too much money, that's it, it's game over, and that's what happened to me. So I'm just kind of like keeping my head above water at the moment. That's true, now it's complaining we'll go on meat. So yeah, at this stage, even though it's telling me to go in a certain direction, I'm going to go off in my own direction to try and solve these problems of resources. Of course, that's all for another episode.